we're here today to talk about possibly one of my favourite topics to talk about, and that's racism. Behind the line, please. Behind the line. Why do I like to talk about racism? Because a lot of people don't feel comfortable talking about racism. Maybe don't get given the opportunity to talk about racism. Today, this is it. This is the environment. You are encouraged to ask questions, to make comments on this topic. I was a professional footballer. I retired in 2008. I've been in football since I was about 10. And I wanted to start working with children in some capacity. Not very educated. I set up an organisation myself to try and work with challenged and deprived kids. And then I stumbled across Show Racism the Red Card, and that was 3.5 years ago. And I've gone on to now work with in excess of 20,000 youngsters, which is a remarkable thing. Racism is one of those topics that, given the opportunity, it can be a beautiful topic to discuss, but I don't think that opportunity is given enough. And I think by what we do, by going into schools and giving youngsters the opportunity to discuss things, people learn things and see things in different ways. Critical thinking, breaking down barriers, challenging ideas, asking where we get ideas from, is a beautiful thing. My background, my mother, being a black woman from Nigeria, and my father being a white gentleman from Wales. I'm mixed background, mixed parentage myself.
What is there 7 billion of in the world? People. Because every single person in the entire world has a different skin colour. What I want you to do now, roll up your sleeves, put your arm next to the person sitting next to you, see if they have a different skin colour to you. Is it important? No. Because it's not about this, it's about what's underneath it, and how people treat you and how you treat them. Do you agree with that? Yeah. Absolutely.
Let's see what I get.
Do you think if there was more black managers, it would help to get racism out of football?
That's a very intelligent question. Gary, who's the captain?
My question is what causes racism? There is a lot of racism in football, but what people class as racism and what is in football, they think it's this banter, this laughy, jokey, trying to get an effect off a player, especially someone of the opposition. But what's happened of recent times is that serious matters have arose because people didn't understand what they were doing.
Well, obviously we don't want to see it. Everybody should be on a level playing field. It's not right that it goes on, but unfortunately it does. It's the world we live in, and I think it's great. We've just done a question and answer thing upstairs, which it's just the awareness, creating awareness, and trying to get people to understand it and learn about it, and hopefully, like we say, try and make it as much of a minority as possible.
We're in a lucky position where we have a voice within the community, especially with a club like Swansea, where the community is so close, and people within the community will see us every day. We're in Tesco's, we're in around the town, all the boys are, and we have quite a multicultural dressing room, so all the boys are within the city. I think it's just great that us to be able to give our opinions and our experiences and pass them on to people that maybe look up to you a little bit, and that's a big responsibility, but that's something that you realise as a footballer, especially as you come into the Premier League with all the media attention on it, that it's your responsibility to try and educate people. And if you can't, not just that, you have to educate yourselves as well. So going to these things like Mark said today and speaking to the kids from schools and seeing their opinions as well can help educate yourselves as well as us educate them.
Just the last statement that I would make, I don't know if you have paid attention to the t-shirts we're wearing, but Samuel Eto'o came up with a statement, and he said racism is something that has been created. And anything that has been created can be undone. Nobody's born to be racist. Okay? People learn how to be racist. So if you learn how to be racist, you can re-educate yourself on how not to be racist. Very, very fantastic little quote that Samuel Letter gives. And I think it gives us all a little thing that we can think about. Okay? Have you enjoyed today?
Yes.
Have I been the best teacher you've ever had?